Hey everybody, this is Brian Hogue. Welcome to Chiller Night Live. Let me make sure everything is working and functioning correctly here. All right. I think it is. I've just been my computer has been running a little odd here lately. Renee says, "Hello, Chiller Night pre-show with your." Hey Renee, you're first this week, by the way. Your horror sci-fi movie host and escape room experience aficionado, Mr. Brian Hogue, Rocket Red Countdown, Liftoff Planet. Wow, wow, wow! Getting bombarded there with all kinds of groovy stuff from Renee. Hello, howdy. How the heck are you? I am doing fantastic, Renee. Sounds like you're doing wonderful. Wow, hit the gates running here tonight with all that Renee energy. So appreciate that. Again, what we'll be doing here from 8 p.m. Eastern Time until 9 p.m. We'll be talking about all things horror, science fiction, paranormal, and basically you pick the topic and we'll make a show out of it. That's how we do it here. PBR, Street Gangs, give me the wave. I wave back. Raymond, hey Raymond, thanks for joining us. Raymond says, Brian, Raymond. Sheila says, hey all. Hey Sheila. All right, how is everyone doing tonight on, what was it, December 5th? We are in December. Folks, this is it. We're in the last month of the year. Can you believe it? Can you believe it, I ask? It's hard to believe how this year has been flying by so fast. It is crazy. I'm going to try something here on Facebook while I've got this screen up here. I'm going to see if I can share this to the group, the Facebook, the Chiller Night group. I'm going to try it. Now, if you're on the Facebook group, Chiller Night group watching this, I don't know, you can comment. I'm not sure if I'll see, but if you're on the Chiller Night Theater Facebook page, Chiller Night Escape Experience Facebook page, or Jack Shadow's House of Terror Facebook page. Yes, and of course YouTube, the Chiller Night YouTube page. I can see and respond to your comments, but the group's the only thing I don't know because I shared it. Sheila says 26 days and it's 2024. I know, that is crazy. Roger says, good evening. Hey, good evening, Roger. Raymond says, I am prepping for a colonoscopy tomorrow. The drink sucks. Oh, yeah, I know. I've done a few of those myself. Yep. Yeah, it doesn't allow you to get too comfortable for too long. I do not envy you. Bonehead says, hey, hello, Brian and the Chiller Night crew. Hope yous are all doing great. Thanks, Bonehead. Thanks for joining us. Raymond. That is... There are much more pleasant things to experience than preparing for a colonoscopy. Yes, I agree. Oh well, I'm sure you'll do just fine. Raymond, they got you drinking that Go Lightly concoction, Bonehead says. Yes. Well, hopefully if I don't know, maybe we can take your mind off of that a little bit with tonight's show. Yeah, it's December, folks. This is the month. Okay, let's make this count. We got 4 shows. We got 3 after tonight. So Stephanie says, "Hey, I'll be right with you." All right, Stephanie. Thanks for joining us. Even if momentarily, you'll be right back. So. Looking forward to that. Okay, well, let me start. Sheila says, Raymond, got my thoughts and sympathy. That drink from all levels of Hades, yes. But it says, on that note, what's the topic for tonight? Well, last week, I believe the topic was supposed to be conspiracy theories. Now, I don't know if that was going to stick for tonight. I don't know or was that the week before. I don't recall, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be for tonight, but we'll see. We'll see what some of you throw out my way. And even with that, that's kind of one of those that's kind of risque on YouTube because depending on whether it's a state uh, sanctioned topic, they could take away my video. They could just take it off. Facebook, YouTube, you know? So, that's like I say, it's not like, I don't know. Throw something out there, we'll run with it as long as big tech gives us legs, I guess, cyber legs. SBC says, hello, everyone. Hey, SBC, thanks for joining us. Abundance says, I believe YouTube has a conspiracy against entertainment. Well, it doesn't as long as you put down what they approve of and what they consider okay. And they get their strings pulled by up above. All right, so the schedule for this Saturday is, look at this. Look at it. Saturday, December 9th on Stream TV at 8 p.m. Chilla Night Live pre-show. That's what you're watching right now. And then at 9 p.m. the feature movie of the week, I should say it like that, is Atom Age Vampire. That's always a good one. And then at 10:40, the movie is Manos, The Hands of Fate. Paul, you better be watching that. All right, so at 12:05, the movie is Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. That's kind of a neat one to do right after midnight. And then at 1:45 in the morning, Night of the Living Dead. All right, so you can watch all that at streammedia.tv Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, there we have it. Bonehead says, YouTube probably don't like YouTube. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Bonehead says, seems that way, I think. Oh, it is. Yep. Yeah, the strings get pulled, then the floor drops out from under you. Yep. True. That's not just big tech. It's everything of influence. Business, politics, entertainment, sports. Yep. That's all. They're all in the same, under the same umbrella. Sheila says, Atom Age Vampire. Thumbs up. All right. All right, Sheila. Renee says, totally awesome lineup, but I don't like Manos. I don't think a lot of people do, Renee. I don't think, I see nobody else, requesting that other than Paul. Paul, you might be watching this. I don't know. I know you texted me earlier to see we had a show, and I said, yes, we'll be on. So hope you're watching, and if not now, maybe you'll see it later. I don't know, but just know what I do for you, Paul. No, I do try to accommodate requests, So for the rest of this month, anyways. Renee says, oh, I read that. SBC says, freedom of speech no longer exists, and this is not a conspiracy theory. No, that's a fact. I mean, it has obviously been altered. And not leaning toward the American citizen side. It's not just us, Bonin says, Miss Renee, I firmly believe that you aren't alone in not liking Manos. Huh. All right. Who all likes Manos? Let's see a show of hands. Yeah, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. Paul, I hope you're watching. What time is that movie on at 10:40? Okay, all right. I wish I had a way of knowing how many people are watching at that time. In fact, give me if Manos, thumbs up, thumbs down. Sure, let's have some fun with it. Lasercorn says, Renee, hey Laser, thanks for joining us. Laser says, Renee, trust me, if you watch Star Odyssey, you will regard Manos as a masterpiece. Oh no, that bad, huh? That bad. All right. Sheila says, Manos still can't grasp the concept of it. I think once I get it in, my perception would change a little bit. I guess, you know, and I do. I laugh at it. I laugh at it because it is one of those. This is the perfect format for a show like that. You know, it's not like it's like we've done Ega. You know, Ega. We've had fun with Ega. You know, I haven't played that one in a long time. I don't know if I want to put that and Manos in the same month. I don't know. I might. I just don't think that would be right of me as a human being to do that to you. Let's see. Laser says, that being said, Manos is like biting down on a dentist drill as hard as you can. Ugh, I felt that one. Bonin says, well, I might as well get this topic going. What's everyone's opinion on 9/11? Oh, I bet something started with that one now. LOL. 9/11, great car, SBC says. I think there's supposed to be a slash in between that 9 and the 11. Bonus is good one, SBC. Yeah, Sheila says, I tried to look Star Odyssey. I was done after 2 minutes. Yeah. Well, I think we know, I think a lot more has come up about it over 20 plus years than we knew when we were first given the story of what had taken place. I don't know. That's very interesting. Interesting topic. Let's see what some of you have to say. Let's see. Sheila says, I tried to look Star Odyssey. I was done after 2 minutes. Ega, no thanks, Laser says. Yeah, I haven't played that in a while. It's been quite a while since I played Ega. This here is like the stone tablets. You know, this is the stone tablets of it all, folks. I have every show. Of course, I have them online, but this is it. This is my go-to. I wonder when the last time we played Ega. I'll let you guys comment on the last, on the 9/11 comment, if you choose to, if you want to. But I think it's pretty apparent that we weren't being told everything about that. Wow. I'm back in 2020. Wow, look at this. January 30th of 2021, I believe, is the last time we played Ega. That's the last time I see it. That's been quite a while. Maybe I better play it. I won't do that, Lasercorn. Won't do that. I will tell you, I think that's it. Wow, January of 2021. So yeah, it's been a while. Been a while. Yep. Look at me speed reading like I am. Alright, I'll put this here for now. Al says, hi everyone, Merry Krampus night to you all. Hey Al, thanks for joining us. Laser says, Bonehead, in honor of truly cheesy, awful cinema, you need to watch Star Odyssey. SBC says, I think there was more behind the bush. Oh, I'm sure. Let's see. PBR says, for $20, I'll like Manos, and not for a penny less. Ah. Jason says, Ega, there's Jason. Jason figures you would be here when we mentioned Ega. You know, it just seems right. You know, it just seems right. Glad you're here. Thanks for joining us. Bowden says, I really didn't think there's a movie out there worse than Manos. That's really downright scary. Star Odyssey. Yeah, I remember that. Did I play the trailer on here one night for Star Odyssey? I think I did, or if I didn't, I remember I was going to. That one is that's something. You can go on and check out the trailer for it. Jason says, long time no visit. I had Tuesday commitment. Sorry. No problem, Jason. We appreciate you being here tonight. Although, we got 4 shows left, including tonight. So 3 more after tonight, and then then likely putting a cap on the show. So not to be somber or sad in any way, but I'd rather things, and Stream TV may or may not play the shows. I really am not sure, but I let them know they are more than welcome to play the shows if they want to, because they've certainly given me a platform to have my shows over all these years. So Chiller Night Theater, they got Chiller Chat episodes if they want to play those. They even have these here. I doubt if they'd play these ones though, because they're kind of relevant to what's playing that week. But Bunnan says, oh, Raymond said, Bush allowed many Saudi nationals to leave the U.S. And Bonin says, Laser, I don't think I'm brave enough for that, LOL. Lisa says, if you haven't played the trailer for Star Odyssey, then you need to do it now. Yeah, I don't have it loaded in the queue, but it might have even been like a year ago or so, but I remember seeing that, like, I gotta play. I almost think I did. I almost think that I did play it. You gotta check that. If you haven't seen it, you have to check it out. Bonin says, I know there ain't any drugs or alcohol powerful enough out there to endure Manos. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever they're giving Paul. Yeah, I don't know. Must be helping on his end. Jason says, what? No more? What will we do? I don't know. Well, it's one of those things, I was honestly, like, I was going to put a cap on things, and I don't say that in a bad way. It's nothing bad. It's just that, in my opinion, it gives me time to kind of shift my focus on some other things. I'm not making Chiller Night Theater new episodes anymore because Jack retired. So I thought, well, is it a better idea to go out, with the swan song while we're still doing good, rather than, down the road? Oh, he's still doing that, So I'm looking at it as, I'm not looking at it as a negative thing. I mean, and by all means, it's not like I'm just disappearing. I'm here. If you guys, that's not to say at some other point there can't be some other type of show. It might even be something like this. I don't see with what do we get, like at least online, we don't get that many views, and that's okay. I don't make a livelihood, or not even trying to make a livelihood at it. But if I were to continue or to relaunch something new, I would do that probably with some sponsorship, probably with, being compensated in some way to make it a little bit more, if I'm taking away from me being in the store, where is my storefront? I'm going to put that up. Look at that. Check it out. I thought that was a pretty cool picture. I wanted to share that with you. But if I'm not going to be there, I think it should be, something kind of, there should be a better reason for it. I don't know if I'm explaining this right. There's probably a more elegant way to do it, but Bonin says, Jason, we will just have to get along without Brian. Remember, everything good always has to end. Yes. SBC says, the pipeline sabotage. I don't believe the small boat dive theory. I know too much about diving to believe that. Laser says, come on, Brian, play it. You know you want to. I would if it was in the queue. I'd have to download it, and then I don't think I have it. I'd have to look for it, and then I run the risk of shutting this off somehow. I've done that in the past. Renee says, yeah, I saw Star Odyssey on some live horror show. I think it was Creature Features. Renee says, whoa, wow, awesome escape room. Thank you, thank you. I think I got the sound working on this. Let's check.
Chiller Night Escape Experience presents Zombie Outbreak Escape Room. You and your team of scientists are sent to inspect a top-secret laboratory in a hidden military bunker. Sinister experiments have resulted in reanimating the dead. The facility is now swarming with the living dead, and you have 1 hour to escape or be overrun by zombies. Can you survive a zombie outbreak? Book your escape room appointment to find out. Book online at chillernight.com or call 814-209-8214. Gift certificates available at the store counter.
All right, did we hear something there? I did, but I don't know if that came across because of the reset. Something happened last week with it. Brennan says, well, on the bright side, Brian, I won't have to be mad at myself for forgetting to watch the Tuesday night pre-show. LOL. Yeah. Brennan says, yep, sounds working, Brian. Awesome. All right. Laser says, then download it for next week. You are up, sir. All right, you got it. You got it. All right, we're going to watch the trailer to Space Odyssey, or Star Odyssey, I mean. Yeah. Has everybody seen this? This really, I mean, not the movie. I didn't see the movie. I saw the trailer. Rad commercial, Renee says. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Sheila says, don't leave us cold turkey. Ease us out twice a month, one month then. Laser says, either way, I am here to the end, Brian. Thank you, thank you. Bonin says, Laser, you about have to throw down event. Well, Sheila, what I'll do is, I don't know what I'll do. I think it's unlikely that I'll be just gone for good, because it's kind of in my nature to do something like this. I've been doing Chiller Night Theater. Well, I did Sleepy Hollow Theater started that in 2008, and then that turned into Chiller Night Theater in 2015, and then in 2017 got with Stream TV. Been doing Chiller Chat since 2008, in various forms. And then the pre-show, it was April of, I think, 2018 when we started that. So, it's and then I've done the professional wrestling shows, Dark Horse Championship Wrestling. So it's like, it's kind of in my nature to want to do programming of some type. I just I honestly can't tell you where all I know is I don't see, I just I see maybe this coming to a stop, but don't for 1 second think that everybody has to know how to contact me. And if you don't, the easiest way right here is go to chillernight.com and just go to the contact part. I'm the only one who gets on there. I mean, on the back end. So, I mean, it's my site. So I'm the only one who reads the emails. It's me who reads and responds to that. So if you know of no other way, if you don't have any other email addresses, or you don't have my we're not friends on Facebook, or if there's no other way you can think of, you can just simply go to chillernight.com and write to me in the contacts. I'm the one who answers that. So, and not saying I can't say that this will be gone for good. I can't say that. All I can say is I think it's coming to a point to where it'd be a good time for me to end this. Jason says, have you seen Hardware Wars? I did a long time ago. I mean, a long time ago, like when it first came out. So Bonin says, Laser, I oddly have the Doors singing the end in my empty head right now. Oh no. Renee says, so Brian, have you you have a regular day job and then go to the mall to run the escape room. Yes, yes. Yep. And then SBC says, yeah, I run the escape room, and then what wore me out so bad, especially this time, because I was fighting the deadlines and still running the escape room and still doing this. I don't say that to make it sound like a burden. I'm just saying this is what happened. And then running getting the haunted house ready in time. It just plain wore me out, like more than usual this time, because I had a very busy summer on top of that, just in my personal life as a homeowner and trying to get things done. And but Laser says, so what I personally have been thinking is that whenever you have a free moment, send us an alert when you'll be on, Brian. I will do that. Yes, please, everybody, subscribe to the Chiller Night channel. I mean, this isn't. I actually have another show in mind after this. It won't be anytime soon, but somebody even said something about I think it's Bonehead. It might have been saying about a 2-hour one of these. This might come back in a different form, like some other thing, more. I don't know. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to commit to anything right now. But I'm not. It's not like I'm not open to doing something else. It's just that I think right now I would like to just maybe take a break at least. At the very least, take a break. And if I'm not doing Chiller Night Theater anymore, I don't know that I'd even call it Chiller Night Live. I don't know. I don't have any. I'm not looking that far ahead. With any of this, other than one other idea, but SPC says we just need to find a new format, like an online chat meeting of horror fans and something like that. Yeah, there you go. Bonus says, I gotta admit, I will greatly miss getting to interact with Chiller Night crew. Ian's were, and always will be the best. Thank you very much. I feel the same way. I'm not leaving here because it's not fun and because I don't love it. I do love it. I just, like I say, at some point I knew it was kind of inevitable that I would be making this decision, and there's part of me is like, man, I kind of figure if I'm going to make it, just rip that Band-Aid off and do it now. And just kind of step back and reevaluate some things. So, Bonehead says, Brian, I just hope you don't forget who it is if I send you a text, LOL. Yeah, but just to be safe, maybe say your call name there or whatever, your account name. Raymond says, Brian, will you still be on Facebook? Oh yeah, I'll still be on Facebook. I'm not doing anything different. I mean, other than this. I don't see continuing the Tuesday night show at this time. Like I say, I'm not even ruling out the idea of someday doing Chiller Night Theater or Chiller Chat again. It's just that if I do something like that, I'm going to be honest, I would want some sponsorship. I mean, steady, solid sponsorship, because that's a lot of work. It was a lot of work, and I just want that to be, my time is becoming a lot less, so it's becoming more valuable to me. I'll put it that way. Stephanie says, hey, sorry, I was late. I was coming home from book club night. What did I miss? We went over went over the schedule, which I'm about to put up again in about a minute. Let's see. Rennie says, thank you for the awesome horror good times. Thank you. Thank all of you guys. Now, we're not done yet. We'll run till the end of the month at least. Bonin says, Miss Stephanie, Press, we all hope you had a good evening. We've been talking about Brian's ending the pre-shows. Yeah, let's see. Bonus says, yes, this pre-show definitely brightened up my week. I always look forward to hearing from everyone. Me too. Me too. Renee says, I'm going to miss you, Mr. Brian Hogue. It's been epic. Oh, thank you, Renee. I appreciate that. And I'm going to miss all you guys. You ever wonder, like, I'm here every week. I'm here every week, and sometimes I can't help but to wonder, like, what you guys look and sound like. Some of you I'm aware, but some of you I don't. I have no clue. And it's kind of fun not knowing that, but in a way, I can't help but be curious. So I am going to miss you, if nothing else, but seeing your comments and seeing your names on here. Let's see. SBC says, podcasts are very popular at the moment. People like to listen to them in the car. Yeah. I tried doing that once, and I just couldn't. I didn't know how to do it on here. I wasn't really all that tech savvy enough. Believe it or not, I know I figured out this, if this is, but it still has its errors from time to time. Okay, it is 8:31. I'm going to schedule back up. This Saturday, December 9th, on Stream TV at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the Chiller Night Live pre-show, which is what you're watching. And then at 9 o'clock, the feature movie of the week is Atom Age Vampire. And at 10:40, the movie is Manos, The Hands of Fate. And then at shortly after midnight at 12:05, the movie is Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. And then at 1:45, the movie is Night of the Living Dead. All right, had to do that with Jack's voice. All right, so there you have it. There's a schedule. And Brian says hello. Hey, Brian, thanks for joining us. SBC says, let's talk about UFOs. Anything new that we don't know yet? No, other than it's pretty well established that they're there. I don't think anybody can, jokingly refer to them as the little green men, ha ha. Like you've just been conditioned to hearing over and over again. Bonin says maybe once a month on a specific day you could maybe have a pre-show and maybe do a 2-hour show. Yeah, you know what I would like to do? I wouldn't mind. That's why I like I said, maybe I can just step back here for a little bit and regroup. But I wouldn't mind doing something like a coast to coast type of thing. Even have callers, guests, maybe have a couple hour show. I don't know. I have no idea what night something like that would be. I don't know. But I've always wanted to do something like that. That's kind of where my chiller chat was going, but then it, was kind of condensed into my 30-minute episodes. But I would love to have something here where I'm not doing a character, I'm not so formal. Like Chiller Chat was a little bit more formal. There's a little bit more of a structure to it. Here, this is what I would like to do for a couple hours. I wouldn't mind doing that with occasional call-ins and talking about subjects like UFOs and aliens, Roswell and all the, Bigfoot. I would like doing something like that. Again, I wouldn't mind doing it even more. I'd be more apt to do it if I had sponsorship, if I had someone backing me up with that, and maybe by me stepping away and regrouping, I would be able to, put together a nice little media package and try to recruit some sponsors and put together and come back with a nice quality show, something like that. So we'll see. We'll see if people want me. We'll see if somebody out there wants me. Then Renee says Swan Song. Yeah. Laser says, wait, Brian, do us all a favor. If and when you decide to wrap things up, let's do it on a Saturday so we can have Glam Fangs and Diana Silvio here to celebrate. And let's make it a 2-hour blowout. Wow, that's quite an idea. I don't know when that would be. I don't know. That's not a bad idea. I'll think about that. I'll think about that. Um, the only hesitation I have with that is if I have bookings on Saturday, on a Saturday night. That's the whole reason I got away from doing Saturday nights, because I love doing them on Saturday nights. To me, that felt fun. If I ever have an opportunity to do, like I say, I'd probably even be sitting here smoking a cigar or something. If I had just the show going at my leisure, having people call. I'd love to hear from you guys. I think that would be awesome to actually hear you guys calling in. I think that would be cool. I don't have sophisticated, equipment to do that, like some kind of podcast. I would have this. I did have a few times I had it set up, to where I could have guests and you could see their video and that. That was kind of cool. I thought that was the direction Chiller Chat was going, and it was. That was my intent. But then I got into doing the haunted houses again, and so that kind of made it very difficult for me, because I am not naturally tech savvy. I'm just not. I have to be very practiced in my routine, and even that, that doesn't always work for me. Let me skip ahead here. PBR says I look as awesome as I sound. Okay, I guess I could go either way. Sure. Laser says, as an avid ufologist, I haven't picked up on anything new as of late, SBC. Victor says, can't imagine Tuesday without Chiller Night. Thank you, Victor. Thanks for joining us. Bonin says, agreed, Laser. Fantastic idea. Okay, so here's the thing. That being said, what your ideas, don't go too far. I mean, if I come back on here, like I say, I don't know how to notify you other than you just see it. If you're on YouTube, I think that you would see that. Make sure your notifications are on Chiller Night, so you would be notified. Facebook might be a little easier if you're part of the group to see that stuff, I would think. So, P47 Thunderbolt 77 says, Brian, thanks for the show. It helped me get through a tough time last when my wife had her health issues. I'm glad I could help, and we could be here and help you out with that. So I hope she's doing better. But thanks for joining us tonight. And I have heard a lot of, especially during the early days of COVID, when everything was uncertain. Everything was uncertain. We didn't know what was going on, what to expect. And that month of March 2020, I had no idea, none of us did, that, well, some people did, that it was coming. But I had already, in my infinite wisdom, decided prior to that month, hey, Monster March, every Friday night we're having a live Jack Shadows Friday Night Frights. And I did it. By golly, I did it. In the middle of all that uncertainty and just that real life fear and anxiety, everyone, the world over was going through. And, I know people were coming back, just to forget about it a little bit. So, and I appreciate everybody who did join us back then. And here my Ava's texting me. Give her some hearts there. But I'm glad we could be there. I like hearing stuff like that, because I like to know that it's a little more than just, it's a fun time, but it was also, I know it was helpful, and it was therapeutic on my end as well. Because everybody was dealing with that in their own way. And there will be more to deal with, coming up in 2024. Renee says, so Brian Hug, when Chiller Night Theater Live pre-show ends, does that mean the Stream Media TV ends too? That I don't know. I had a conversation today where I stated that, you're very welcome to. I just won't be sending a schedule like I normally do. I send a schedule every week, so they know what to play. But I just simply said thank you very much for all the time that you've given me. You've given me this bracket of time every Saturday night for all these years. So you are more than welcome to play whatever you want, or if you don't want to, that's completely fine too. So I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'm sure I will have some kind of answer for you before the end of this month. I just it wasn't something I guess I elaborated on. Hey, I'm pulling the plug. Are you still gonna play? It wasn't like that. But I don't know. But I'll try to get a feel of that, before I sign off. Let's see. What's this? 1 second, folks. Let's see. Renee says, saw orange UFO orb with headlight at Broadway in Columbus, San Francisco, November 8th. Yeah, I think you said something about that. Flashed orange light, pressed camera, record, turned invisible, disappeared, vanished. Oh, that would have been so cool. That would have been so cool to see that. If you ever get anything like, well, I guess we don't have too much. Maybe I'll be back today. Today I'm reading texts that are coming up. Maybe I'll be back and do something like that. That would be kind of cool. Renee says, or Bonus says, I'm down here in Corpus Christi, Texas. Laser, I moved here last year from Austin, Texas. Laser says, I saw an orange orb about 7 years ago, Renee. It didn't move for 3 hours. Really? Wow. Bonus says, I'm originally from Pittsburgh, PA. Pittsburgh. That's where I lived for quite a while. I worked at the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. I went to the Art Institute of Pittsburgh, lived down there, and I enjoyed Pittsburgh. I did. I missed it quite a bit when I moved back up this way. But now I live closer. 8 years ago, I moved to Butler County, which is just above Allegheny County, which is where Pittsburgh's at. So I live within an hour from downtown Pittsburgh. So nice city. Laser says, if you have UFO videos, you need to post them, Renee. Yeah, that would be awesome. You should do it on this show too. So if you have them. SBC says, my business in Germany is no longer profitable. I'm thinking about going to the USA or Canada. Can anyone recommend a state in the U.S.? I guess Renee says, we want you, Brian. Oh, thank you, Renee. Thank you. I'm gonna try if I could get some sponsorship though, and actually, get, like, I haven't been doing this all these years for the money. I haven't been. But now that I'm up against making money with a business, that time is what I'm taking away from. So if I can get a sponsor and that's actually paying for the show, then I can bring things back in that way. But I can't, just to be as blunt and nice about it as possible, I can't do it for free anymore. You know what I mean? So that's that's my biggest issue, and I hope that's coming out right, because I don't mean it to come out bad, but that's just where I'm at with it, so Jason says, how about a pay-per-view like WrestleMania, Chiller Night Mania? I'm open to any suggestions. I know SBC says Jack Shadow OnlyFans. Laser, of course, is SBC. Honestly, you might want to consider moving to Star College, Pennsylvania. Hey, it wouldn't be far from me either. Not too far, anyways. Almost no crime, good school district, 2 to 4 hours from major cities. Good food, give this place a thought. Star College even. Or State College, I mean. Yeah, well, you said Star College. I don't know why I read that and didn't cross my mind that, I knew you meant state, but I didn't say it. Bonin says, yes, you and the show got us all through the COVID conundrum. Yeah, well, myself included. And my family, it was good to keep something healthy and positive in the forefront of your mind. SBC says, the virus being a bioweapon, another conspiracy theory that appears to be true. Right. Bonin says, now, Brian, you do realize if we all text you because you ain't doing the pre-show now, you just may get more text than you thought, and maybe that'll get to you. No, it won't get to me. No, but I do receive some text messages. So, and again, go to chillernight.com. That's the best way to contact me because I have my business phone number on there too. The phone number for the business is not my cell phone number, although I don't have a problem giving my cell number out to individuals. I just don't make a habit of putting it out publicly. But a few of you do have it who've asked for it. I didn't have a problem giving it. I don't really, if it's... But it says now, oh, yeah, I read that. Stephanie says, I almost forgot, at the book club, once a year, every December, we watch a movie that is based on the book and have pizza. Oh, yeah? What, like, I don't know, Breakfast at Tiffany's or something? I don't know. Is that a book? I'm sure. Speaking of that, one of my favorite books as a geeky kid in high school was the novelization of The Empire Strikes Back, written by Donald F. Glut. Donald F. Glut. I don't know if any of you remember, but I had him. I was fortunate enough to have him on this show as a guest of mine. And that was one of the provisions of him being on the show. He said, please don't ask me about Star Wars or The Empire Strikes Back novel, which is like, I wanted so bad to ask him, like, what was it like? Because you would have known before the world that Darth Vader was Luke's father. You wrote the novel. You had that information long before the actors did. Most of the actors. There was only a select few people who knew that, and Donald F. Glut was one of those people. So I did want to have but I respected that. I do, well, as I do with all my guests. I never, ever, ever, if you're ever a guest on the show, or if you've ever noticed, I never try to, the gotcha things. I'm not, first of all, I don't like that. I don't want to do that. I have no intention. I'm not a journalist. I'm not trying to do something like that. I'm just trying to have a fun show. So, if a guest asks me something like that, I certainly respect that and oblige, 848. But that reminded me of that, Stephanie, when you said about the book. Bonnet says, that sounds neat, Miss Stephanie. I used to know a girl from Ohio called Bad Luck Brandy. Oh, I remember you writing about that. Juno Lockhart, Rhonda Valentine. I miss her like crazy. But no one knows what happened to her. I remember that coming up a few months ago. Renee says, I love Chillin' pre-show. Gonna miss it immensely. Well, you and me both, Renee, and I mean that. I really do. I want this to be an opportunity for me to step back and hopefully come back, bring something that is, that I am, maybe I can get some sponsorship for. Maybe I can get some compensation. Like I said, if anybody owns a business, they're watching this, they want to set something up. Like even with Chiller Night Theater. Like, let's just make a fictitious John's Pizza. If you have John Pizza's Chiller Night Theater, I wouldn't even mind doing something like that with a major sponsor, and then doing a show. But I would really prefer to do live shows. I like live shows, so we'll see. I'm trying not to let this be a, if you're upset about it, or please don't be upset or depressed or nothing like that. On my end, there's nothing negative about it. Like, I'm not thinking anything negative. That's not why I'm leaving by any means. It's just I think there's got to be a better way for me to do this, utilizing my time, and to be able to make something and go hand in hand with the business that I'm trying to build as well. So we'll see. I'm only getting, like I say, I don't have time to promote this. So I only get like 60 views maybe online. And I'm not saying that to, I mean, take it for what it is. It's just that, just we'll just let it go with that. I guess. But it says she was on Facebook and she was hilarious and very sweet, but she deleted her account and nobody knows what happened to her. Oh no! Well, maybe she'll be back. You never know. Stephanie says tonight at the book club was Farewell, My Lovely / Murder, My Sweet by Raymond Chandler. Ooh, that's cool. Well, it sounds like you have a good time at those book clubs. Yeah, you mentioned that quite a bit. I think that's pretty cool. Lasercorn says, I remember when you had Donald Glut on the show, Brian. Yeah, he said something to me. Every once in a while, I get that memory from a guest, and my standout memory from him, other than just how cool it was for somebody like, a geeky fanboy like me who grew up watching all these Saturday morning cartoons, and if you've watched enough, his name was story by Donald F. Glut. You saw that every week on whatever cartoon you're watching, Tarzan or Zorro or Flintstones. I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head. I'm just throwing stuff out there. But just to give you an idea, Donald F. Glut. It's a very recognizable name, and but he was on there so much. And he said something to me. He said, "Opportunities are never lost; they're just simply passed on to the next person." And I remembered that, and that really stuck with me. I've always thought that way as well, but I didn't really have it in those words necessarily, but I do believe that. So I just thought that was cool. I really loved having him on. So let's see. But it says, I seem to be able to lose people a lot lately, and that makes me sad. Yeah, that's totally understandable. Bonus says, Brian, what about the Godzilla -1 movie? I hear it's fantastic. I've been hearing a lot of people's comments about that online, and I haven't seen it. I don't know if anybody has seen it. Renee, I'd be a little surprised if you haven't seen it yet. I know that you or maybe you have seen it. Maybe you said that you have, or it's hard for me to remember, to be honest with you. But I know there was a lot of excitement about that, and it just seems so. I've heard a lot of people, a lot of good comments about that one. So I am curious. Has anybody here seen that? And if not, we'll ask again next week. So remind me, because I would be very curious to see what your impressions were about that, or your opinions. SBC says, have you already sent a demo tape to Amazon? No, I have not. I must say, I've not done that. It would be kind of cool, though, like I said, to do something like this, to where I'm just, it's more of a, yeah, you can watch the video, kind of podcast-ish. Like I say, I've got my cigar, I'm just sitting here at my leisure, maybe, going on for a couple hours. I throw some ads in here and there, I think that would be cool. That's a little bit more, like I say, Chiller Night Theater, I'm playing a character, Jack Shadow. I'm doing that, good evening, I'm doing the voice and all that. So I'm doing it as a character, in character, and that's very, I get very into that, when I'm playing that part. So Chiller Chat, yeah, it's a little bit more relaxed, but it's still a structured show. This is this is me. This is the Brian that's just sitting here talking. That if you were sitting together, just in a room, this is me. So, let's see. That would be something I would be more interested in. Although I do have another idea. I'm going to see if it might not be for 2024 though. We'll see. Brian says, I have seen it. It was excellent and lays the groundwork to move the franchise in a new direction. Oh, Brian saw it. Renee says, I only saw Godzilla -1 trailer. It looks ferocious and phenomenal. Yes, all right. Laser says, I forgot to mention your metal mission for tonight is Bang Your Head. Metal Health by Quiet Riot. Bang your heads off. Yeah. An oldie but a goodie. Yes. That took me right back to the 80s, Laser. Thank you. Because the 80s, by golly, was an awesome place to be. 70s and 80s for me, but born in the late 60s, so that was my time growing up, 70s and 80s. Renee says, Jack Shadow. Victor says, Renee, go see it. You won't be disappointed. Oh, Victor, you saw it too. Renee says, Brian Hogue lives vicariously through Jack Shadow. Rad. yeah, he's my older ego. All right, so it is, we're getting there. We're getting there. We got a little less than 3 minutes to go. Stephanie says, I've seen the Godzilla Kong movie trailer. Yeah, it looks pretty epic. It looks like they're putting a lot into it. So, I don't know. I am anxious to see it. The last movie I saw, I mentioned this, it was either last week or the week before, but Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. And I'm only going to very briefly mention this. There's a lot of smack talk about it, about it being woke and all this stuff, and not treating the character right. And I was really worried that was going to be the case. It's not like that at all. I'm a big fan of Indiana Jones, especially Raiders of the Lost Ark. And this movie here, if you had that reservation about it, and I did, I saw it, Ava, me, and Brenton, we all watched it, and we very much enjoyed it. I very much enjoyed that movie. So, but that's the last one I saw that was worth mentioning. Renee says, saw Quiet Riot at US Best Metal Day too. Oh, I could always count on Renee to go to these the concerts. Yes. That's cool. You saw Quiet Riot. But it says, I'm glad Godzilla is getting attention. When I grew up, there wasn't any attention or interest in Godzilla, and it's wonderful. Yeah, it is. It is really cool to see that. To see that. You're right. Yeah, to see that recognition again. But it says, it's wonderful to see Godzilla getting noticed and enjoyed. I'm a huge Godzilla fan. Because he's, has been, they have been making movies, but it hasn't been highlighted to the general population as much as it is now with these last movies here. So let me put up the schedule again here before we put a cap on tonight's show. Saturday, December 9th on Stream TV at 8 o'clock, the Chiller Night Live pre-show. At 9 p.m., our feature movie of the week, Adam Age Vampire. And then at 10:40, the movie is Manos, The Hands of Fate. Sorry about that. And then at 12:05, the movie is Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. And then at 1:45, the top off the night, Night of the Living Dead. So there you have it. There you have it. SBC says, just to throw in conspiracy theories at the end, does anyone really believe that Putin is no longer alive? No, I've been hearing that. I can't say I subscribe to that. I haven't heard enough to convince me that that's true. Bonehead says, well, I guess it's time to wish everyone a happy week, and hopefully we'll get all together again next week. Till then, I have every intentions of it. Renee says, well, Brian Hogue, it's been epic tonight. Thank you, Renee, SBC, Bonehead, all of you, Stephanie, Raymond, Brian, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and each other tonight, all of you, Laser. And have a good night. Have a good chiller night. We will see you next week.